Okay, now that we have our jQuery introduction working, we're going to go ahead and refactor it a little bit, and hopefully this will go quickly and straightforwardly, but never can tell. Okay, so the part that bothers me about this is we have these redundant calls here. If you think about it, each time we're doing that, we're querying the DOM. And so what I think I want to do instead is move this var up to the top in our method, so we'll read that value one time. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this and locate it up here. And then also I can get rid of this. This is just a debugging alert. I no longer need that, of course. And now I don't actually want this to be the value. I want this to be a reference. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the parse float from around this. Like so. And let's call this raw input value here. We'll just change the name. So raw input value. Okay. All right. So now when I come down here, you can see that this is the code that's just taking the parse float for this. So I can replace this with my reference now. And so I'll take the parse float of the, let's see, I need one more in there. Is that right? Yeah. And then raw input val. Okay. So now it's going to read that. And then now this I can just leave the way it is because it's a write statement. Although, let me think about that for a second. Yeah, we can actually use that here too. So now we can do this. Raw input to clear that. Oh, and by the way, I happen to grab my CSS from our last assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use the add class. So we'll actually do that here too. So raw input val dot add class. It bothers me a little bit that that didn't come up. And this should be error display. All right. Okay. So that should put that angry red border around there. And then now here, input value is really, let's see, actually input value is this here. So again, I don't want to repeat myself. So I'm refactoring the code so it's not redundant. So I'm going to do this too. Var input val equals parse float. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we get the value, then we go ahead and convert it to a number, and then now we just say is nan, and then input val, and then, okay, and then raw input val. That just sets it to, so this is the case where it's not a number, so that blanks the field, sets the error display, and sends an alert to the user. Now we come on down here, we got a number, and let's see, input val we've already calculated up here with the parse float to change it into a number, so we can take the square and then add that to the output field. So it looks like it should work. Let's try it and see if I've screwbarred it here, so to speak. Where's my Chrome window here? Somehow I clicked on the IE and got it open there. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, so there it is. All right, so we'll reload this again. And there's our page load. I forgot to take that out. Put a 5 in there. And it's working. And You can see in here that it is using the refactored code. I didn't want you to think it was using the old code. So we're good and done with this. And let me just pop back here and get rid of this debugging statement that I had. I don't need that anymore. And just real quickly, since I have a little bit of time, I'll show you. There is the error display code from the last assignment. And then the jQuery add class puts that on there. Okay? So that's pretty good. All right, I think we're done here. And that was a shorty.